Well, there goes Puss. One of the best dogs we ever had. Hey, Lois, why don't you say you get a cat? I don't think he says cat. But welcome back. It's been a hiatus. I wasn't on yesterday. Sue me. Please don't sue me. Please don't sue me. But here we are, Monday. Monday. See, like, only one view 2 days ago. Like, no one's watching this. Everyone just thinks this is like fuck. They call it like fuckery, high school fuckery. Resident Evil 4. There's like quite a few people still watching Resident Evil Rec Room, which is strange because like I've done it. I completed it. Like, what more was there to see? Resident Evil 4. It's all just classic fuckery. But anyway, I hope everyone's been just having an absolute more this time. As you know, it's time. Yeah, no, it's crazy. It is just mental when, like, I don't know, you come across like white people who I suppose are just, I think it is just your age. It's just your age. It's just literally, I was the same. I think like when I was like in my 20s, it wasn't really until I got to like my sort of like late 20s and I just sort of really understood just how like unfair things are. When you're like a sort of young and you go through like uni, you just come out and you just think like everyone's lovely to you. You just think everyone's going to be really nice to you. Um, you've been told as like a white person that like, you should feel really sorry for everything you've done. And you've then been told that everyone will treat you like the same as you'll treat them. It's just not true. You'll go out there and you'll find out it's just completely everything's rigged against you. You'll just find out that there's just like Indians, black people, Muslim people who will just be in higher positions than you, and you'll have this like deep resentment in you. You won't really know how to express it because you'll be young and that's the Goy Lord. That's what they've done. They've done a really good job of like making it so when you have those feelings, they make you feel guilty for feeling them. But that's not. That's just a normal feeling. Like a Jewish person would feel the same if he was in Israel and. Like a white guy who took over his job. They wouldn't let that happen. I'm just saying that that's why it's a humiliation thing. You normally don't get that until you've actually gone out and you'll realize how bad it is, because then you'll start to realize like how DEI is impact. DEI basically, do you know who DEI is just impacting? It's just white people. All DEI impacts, the only people it really does impact is straight white people. Literally. It doesn't. Everyone else benefits from it. Every other minority group benefits heavily from DEI. It's only like straight white people who don't. And I am using the term straight white people because it's like if you're gay, you'll still be in like that DEI bracket because they'll be like, oh, brilliant, we love to have a gay CEO. So if you're just a gay CEO, Tim Cook, you're probably just more likely to be like favorable in an election, just because it's optics, isn't it? That's all this shit is. It's not going to be until like the Zoomers start to like take over, because even the millennials, and they're the ones that are starting to take over, because the Gen Xers are obviously going to be the ones in the hot seat soon, or the kind of now. So a lot of the boomers will be bowing out, but they probably won't do it, and even the millennials won't probably either as well. There are like some millennials like myself, like I've already kind of become, but there's just, especially now, I don't know how it'll be in the future, because I'm not really sure about like how kids are, like in terms of new children, because I think a lot of men aren't going to uni now, so it has to be like the sort of people. It would be like it's going to be people who would be like men who would be like Katie's age, so that kind of like 23, 24 year old, where they're still not really realizing about the white replacement. They're not really. They still have. They're not really sure about all of this because they get censored that. They'll just be told, it's like on their induction day at uni, they'll just be given like a piece of paper from their black professor, and it'll just say, do not ever go on these websites. And like Reddit will just be like, sorry, not Reddit, well, Reddit will probably unfortunately be on one of the approved ones. Reddit will be like the safe havens for them. Get all your news from Reddit because you know that's going to be really good. You know why it's going to be good? It's because it's all anonymous. So you know that everyone who's there, you have no idea who they are, which means their valid opinions are more valid. Which is just like no. Anytime anyone speaks to me on like social media, the first thing I do is I just quickly look at their thumbnail, and if they just don't show a face, it's just don't care. I'll just probably make fun of them. Your opinion just means nothing. I don't know why I need to see their face, but I just feel like I do because I just feel like I want to actually look at you interpersonally and just want to like gauge the kind of person you are based on, and you can tell a lot by what someone looks like, specifically race, gender, and how attractive they are, because these all will factor in. Because the attractive part does as well. Because if you're going to be like a chopped, ugly, fat black guy, you're probably going to have been bullied loads, so you're going to hate everyone. So that's why I need to see you. If you're like some Chad, like Tom Cruise looking person, I might take your opinion to heart more because I'd be like, whoa, actually, he probably does love himself and he probably does get treated quite well. So actually, maybe his opinion does mean more. Do you see what I mean? We don't want to hear from these like angry, ugly people. I think ugly is a real term because being ugly does really represent the type of person you are. Like I said, if you're a good-looking person, you're gonna have like the halo treatment, and you'll probably love life because you're gonna like want to pass on how people treat you the way you treat them. If you're gonna be like some fucking chop nerd like Nicholas Doro, you're just gonna be some fucking loser who's just gonna chud logic. You're just gonna be sat there just like probably because he does because he has his shelter when he's on stream, but I promise you no one outside of like his like that little bubble of like his like little commune of like retards that he's friends with, no one will know who he is. If he literally takes his headset off and walks out and goes to like Tesco's, people will just treat him like shit. He'll get like not necessarily bullied, but he'll still like just be subjugate to like all the shit that like I do, but people just usually leave me alone because I'm quite big, so I think people just think they don't really fuck with me. I've never really had an issue like that. But if you're like a fat little loser who doesn't know how to like hold your own and like fight back and like show a little bit if anyone like says something to you, because sometimes you just that's all you need to do. If someone just actually says something to you, just goad them, just say come on then, and if they just can see that you're bigger than them, they won't bother. But someone like Nicholas Dioro or Chud Logic or Asmongold, they're not going to be respected in any other morals aside from their power and their clout. Because this is what I hate the most. It's like I don't like celebrities anyway. That's just a given. But at least back in like the day when you did have celebrities, at least you just looked at them and you just understood and you went, that makes sense. I get why this guy's famous because it would just be like a strapping, good-looking, usually like straight white guy. Because again, like even gay people were like very prevalent around that time, weren't they? Because the whole point was just like even though these people were like celebrities, a lot of the time in their personal life, they just had like a family. They would just have like a daughter, sorry, like a wife, and just have like a. Do you see what I mean? It'd just be like a band or a comedian or something like that. So if you ever did hear him going on like the Johnny Carlson show or whatever, they would always like talk about how important their family was and how they always just wanted to get back off tour to just like go and hang out with their family, and it was just like that was good. So when white people like had like their role models, you would be like, oh, it would be so and so from this band because he's just a good family dude. He's just like a nice guy, just who wants to be with his family and stuff. But like obviously now like the Jewish people are like they're trying to replace us, so they don't want to have these people in power. They don't want to have like any of these people like you name any of these people. The only person who I actually know who's really got kids who seems to still be like somewhat big is Ethan Klein, but he's Jewish, so it doesn't really count. You see what I mean? So it's like, and it's just like, of course, Ethan Klein and Trisha Paytas, yeah, of course they're gonna just squeeze out loads and loads of kids because again, this is all the white replacement stuff, isn't it? It's very telling that Ethan and Hilo are going to sit down and they're going to like just push out as many kids as they can because that's what they want to do, don't they? You want to need to repopulate, baby. But they don't. They would definitely not want to push any like white people having kids. If you ask Ethan, he'll like breathe through his teeth and he'll be like, "Yeah, of course I do. Oh, I love it. I love people." But he won't really. He wants like AB and Lena to have kids. He'll want like the other like weird Jewish looking girl who looks like Anne Frank to have kids. That's why it's always funny as well, because like I always bring this up. It's just so true. It's just so the Jewish people like compensate being so not racist that they like what they do is they hire every single diversity except straight white men, and it's like no, we're not racist. And it's like actually you kind of are because you haven't had it proportional to what it should be because there's way more white men that live where like should be. So how is it you just got a gaggle of just like every single minority group? You've got like, some gay Hispanic guy. Like that's quite impressive. You've had to like really go above and beyond to find this dude. Like, I don't know if there are any straight white guys that work there because Dan isn't. He's Jewish. Zach is Jewish. The only guy who was there was Cam, and he's gone. And I don't even think he was like perfectly straight. If I'm gonna be honest. He's probably like on the spectrum, if you want to call it. Like for bi or like pansexual or something. Oh, I suppose you've got what's his face? I suppose you've got what's his name? Love. I suppose you have Love. But then my only argument to that is that he's like an immigrant. So they're not even giving a job to a native American. Do you see what I mean? Not like classic. It's just his name's like Chuck Everyman. He's just like a standard, bog standard, straight white male. No, he's got to get like this. He's got to get like a. He's got to have an immigrant come in, someone to replace his job. See what I mean? I'm sorry we have to start thinking like that, but you do. Anytime you see like a Jewish, an Indian, a black, any businesses like that, you just need to start like asking these questions. You need to be like, who's at the top? Is this all nepotism? Because white people, you need to start thinking like this as well. Because they won't stop doing it. We have to just start doing it. You just need to start doing it yourself. You need to start just going and just only buying in places you know are just white only businesses. Because before we used to be like, oh, it's nice to say support local businesses. It's not. Mr. Patel is not a local business. Mr. Steinberg, he's not a local business. He's pretending he's a local business because he'll just say he pays tax. The third world's like big thing they've been taught by Jewish people is just show him this thing that shows you how much tax you pay, and that's normally wrong in two accounts. It happened to me even today. I just spoke with some fucking like Indian guy because they can't take jokes. So if I write anything that's just inflammatory towards like Indians, they just can't do it. So they just have to reply. And they always just pay. It's the same graphs. It's always the same graphs. It's just a fucking household medium. It's like the thing that they think it's the gotcha. Because they're so fucking retarded and their critical thinking is so stupid or doesn't exist because their IQ is so low. Like I'm assuming when you just get to that level, you can't understand stuff. There's things that they can't I process they won't be able to do. Like they won't be able to do the thing where I'm able to like put myself in other people's shoes. That's just beneath. It's beyond their concept. They just won't be able to think about it. They don't have an internal monologue. They probably don't even have like intuition, so they can't even like think. Probably, I think most people on the 100 plus, you can sort of have an intuition to like look into a couple of days into the future. Like so, for example, if you steal something from work. You've got the intuition to understand that probably in like that's enough time, like in a couple of days, someone like your manager or boss will be able to find out. I don't think black people can do that. I just keep seeing so many of these like stupid like theft crimes where it's like a black person's just working a till and he's just doing like the most obvious stealing ever. He doesn't understand that there's just cameras all over the tills. It's like Vegas. So he thinks he's being super crafty, but like I don't know, putting $100 in his pocket, but it's just so obvious, and then they get caught and they just don't seem to understand. I just think they just don't get it. I just because they don't have it. They've got a 15-minute cognition window. They can see 15 minutes into the future. So as far as he's concerned, he can only see like in 15 minutes him leaving the rig shop with like 4 grand. Sorry, that 100, and going to like KFC and just buying like a massive KFC family bucket and just going and then buying like a 50 bag of weed and just like getting really high and just like, do you know what I mean? He's just like he just gets really drunk. He doesn't even then really think about it, and then the next day he's just forgotten about it. That's literally what it'll be like. So the next day he he realizes he hasn't been caught for it. Probably more is what ends up happening. He'll like wake up. So again, I'm using my power here. I'm like I'm able to do it. That's why they don't want me to be in power because they know like I'm too powerful. He'll wake up and he'll probably like from his like drunk stupor, and he just and he's still got like some of his weed left, so he'll probably like just probably roll a massive zoo up, and then he'll realize his shift probably starts in like I don't know a couple hours. I don't know. So it's like he probably just like it eats like the leftover KFC that he's got left. He's probably got like he's probably because he probably bought like because he was like payday things. He stole 100, so he probably bought like the massive like 18-piece bucket for like $25. So it's just way more than you could ever eat. He doesn't care. So he's still probably got like 4 pieces left. So he's got some of the cold chips. He like eats like a couple, and he realizes they taste like absolute ass when they're cold. So he just doesn't eat them. And he just eats. He doesn't even bother to like eat because he's never used his oven before. I know you're going to say this is too real, but I can do it. I know what it'll be like. So he just eats the chicken like cold. And he finds like one of those salt sachets and he just opens it. Just he pours the whole sachet of the salt over one piece of chicken and he just eats it. And you're like, that's fact. It's true. I know. I know what it's like. People like gonna like be posting like LeBron James doing like the slam dunk meme, or the Drosky being like this. But I know I'm right. You know I'm right. They just don't care. They just eat loads of salt. They probably if he makes a coffee, he's like the sort of guy who probably put like 30 sugars because they don't care. They don't give a fuck about their health. They really don't. They are living in the golden age. Them just being here is like Fry in Futurama. That's all I keep thinking about. If you want to like know what black people are just like, just think about Fry in Futurama. That's literally what they're like. They just don't understand what's happening. They just there's all this shit that's happening, all this futuristic shit, and their brains don't really get it, and they're just trying to like fit in, and they're wearing the clothes, and they don't look right, and they're just trying to fit in, and everything's whizzing past them at like light speed, and they just don't really get it. And he's still like Fry's still just like really bothered in the really basic like human anatomy because like in the year 3001 or whatever year he's in, so everything's like really opened up. You can go into like anything you want. You can go and get a spaceship and just go anywhere you want. There's always aliens and stuff. But Fry doesn't care about any of that. He's still just really bogged down by trying to like find his identity and just trying to find like and trying to woo Leela and just he's like his interests are just really basic. Do you see what I mean? That's an allegory basically for that. It's just he's too stupid to appreciate that. It's like if you put like some 50 IQ African in some kind of like five Michelin star hotel, it's just he's not enjoying it to the same standards as you. He doesn't get it. It's not the same. It's he understands it's bougie, but it's like it's just wasted. It's just what I mean. It's just wasted. If he gets given those perfectly poached quail's eggs, he would just like eat the whole thing in like one, but like just, he would just as a joke, he'd just like pick it up and just swallow it, like swallow it without chewing or something. And just be like, ah, yeah, because to him that's he doesn't care. It's all about the degradation of this, like because all of this is just unknown to him. It's all been built by foreign people. It's all built by foreign concepts. He's got no like blood history to any of this. He's got like nothing. It's not like he's standing on the giants or anyone. He knows deep down that his like ancestry would just after a couple of generations since before the slave trade, it would just get stuck in Africa and it'd just be some fuckhead in just Africa. It'd just be like a couple of families in Africa which probably just breeding loads, and there'd be nothing of worth. None of these people have done anything. Do you see what I'm saying? Like even if you're like when white people go back and you see your great grandfather and you're like, oh well, he was only like a worker in the Industrial Revolution. That still was doing something. He was still contributing to the Industrial Revolution. Even if he was still a worker, you can argue, well, he still was. He was still contributing to the bigger picture, which was the empire and conquest. But if you're just some fucking African and it's like back in the 1700s, yeah, what happened? Oh yeah, we were just like in Kenya, and it's just like 1700s in Kenya. Everyone just lived in mud huts, and they were just literally from the 1700s. When you like look at like what Western civilization was doing then, like, all the medieval stuff had already been done. Um, they wouldn't have discovered America. Yeah, I can't. But I think it was close. I think it wasn't. It was in the 1700s. I think they might have actually. I don't know. I'm not completely. It's just kind of not that interested in history. I'm much more interested in like the future, but I obviously know some of it. One of my favorite things. It just makes me. I piss myself with laughter. It's just no one else is gonna care. It's just really funny to me because I love winding people up. Okay, I don't. If people probably if you're a massive fan, and that's why I don't have a lot of fans because like I just wind my fans up. It's just I love to polarize people. I don't care. Who cares a fuck? So what? I can't control that. I don't care. But anyway, racial politics is just identity is just one of the best ones because we've been so conditioned for so long to basically just never ever be allowed to like just make like really like broad statements about like racial demographics. So now like I suppose like the lid's off. Especially like X, it wouldn't be like that on any of the other. I don't use any of them. But on X, you can pretty much just get away with it. As long as you don't just overtly just say like any death threats, the N word, or you know what I mean. As long as you're just kind of just playing, you just sort of like being like clever. It's just some stories just on Reddit, and as soon as I just think of Reddit, I just think everyone on there probably is going to be like Indians and black and Muslims and people of color because they're all anonymous, so they can all jerk off knowing that no one can see their ugly mugs. And it's just some fucking story that like, I don't know why women need to overshare, but it's like the sort of thing Katie will tell you. So it's I, 19 female, shat myself while hooking up with a guy, 22 male. How do I know if he wants to see me again after this? It's just the nastiest story about them having anal and just like she shat all over her dick. And I was like, the story just doesn't even make sense because she ends the story on like him hobbling to the toilet and being like, I just need to sort myself out, as if like, he's gonna have to like, clean the shit off. But my like my problem with that is like um the story clearly didn't end there. So what is he still in the bathroom? Is he? You're doing this. He's taking like an hour to like clean his penis. Um, so it just doesn't make any sense. So it could just be these fucking like they're just people I think go off on this. They just write this like weird erotic shit and they just want like people to masturbate to it. Right? So I joke I just wrote brazenly. I just wrote 100% black and Indian because that's probably the sort of degenerate shit they would probably not only engage. It's just funny. It's just funny because it's just so they just to say it so candidly. I was like, okay, but I hope it winds people up. Because if I don't see the race or I don't know who they are, I'm just going to assume it's going to be like the ugliest people. Everyone in their head's going to think it's going to be like Ryan Gosling and Sydney Sweeney doing it. It's not. It won't be. This is why Jewish people are so desperate to not like allow to make there to be like sort of identification or anything like that because they know that once women realize that everyone who like likes their content is just going to be fucking like really chop looking like men because they just because women are stupid. If there's like an account which just has like a picture of LeBron James playing basketball and that account just says yo babe, you're definitely a 10 out of 10. She'll just think that she'll get like the gassing up, but that's the equivalent of like Ryan Gosling saying that. That's how stupid women are. It's why they can't use social media because they're not smart enough. I understand. So like after a while, so that's just an example. But that guy will just follow her account because it'll be some Indian dude. No, so it'll be some like African guy who's just obsessed with white women. Oh my god. Oh shit. No way. Ow, I know, right? What? And that was pathetic. That was truly pathetic. I shouldn't be that difficult. I was just blowing the old rust off. Um, what was my point? What the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah. So if anything, just basically is anonymous. I will just assume it will just be. It will be, and it usually will be. It'll be like the most chopped and disgusting looking people, even if they are white, which I'm willing to even admit they might be. They will be like the most disgusting looking white people. It's not going to be like I keep saying. It's not going to be like hot, attractive people. It's going to be like fucking probably like some really fat black guy and then some like really fat black woman or like really fat white woman. Because this is it. They somehow like again Jewish people have managed to convince that well no it's not that is the Jewish like so it's like white women are the least likely to date outside their race. That is absolutely true. Only something like 10% of them are willing to do that. And those 10% are usually like the really stupid like dadless kind of kids. Sorry, yeah. Or they've been divorced and their wife, their mum's just been like sat there, just been like, "Oh no, you don't, you go, girl, you get your bag green." you'd be better off sleeping with a black guy, because at least the black guy you'll probably be a bit smarter than them. That's the sort of logic they'll have. They're not realizing they'll just get fucking like get beaten to fuck. But they're so dumb. They just think like, oh, at least if you're able to if you're smart, then that definitely means you'll be able to control them. It's like stupid bullshit. There's like so many like fallacies like that. I mean that is much better. Isn't it?
Yeah, no big deal.
Told you I could do it. Now I feel really sick. Oh, I remember that. I am gonna save it actually. I remember now. It was just because there's like this stupid bit where they go, Leah, and she's like getting dragged away. And it's just like one of these you have to kind of like know where to go parts, which are very very popular in these style of games. Where it's like, oh, we're on professional mode. Well, we're gonna really really test you, so you should really be good at escorting. So we're gonna make it a scenario where you're really gonna struggle. That kind of bullshit, you know.
Welcome. Wielding. What can I do you for? Better to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Any time.
Anyway, without the moment ado, let's get crazy. She's done another get ready with me, which is just these are the best ones. Says, get ready with me while I complain about live music etiquette. Well, actually, am I allowed to then complain about your terrible grammar etiquette? Because I hate when it actually makes me see it makes me really pisses me off. It really does when like people use I in lowercase. It really pisses me off. There's just no good reason for that. And it doesn't make any sense because then I'm looking down at her fur channel where it says "Get ready with me," how I went from fat to fit, and she's using that like classic YouTube style of grammar where everything's been capitalized in the first letter, but then the rest of them it's all lowercase. It's come on, Kate, what's happening? You got some strange, what's it called, lack of consistency, and that seems to probably go because it's just if Katie's on her period, then she'll probably do it one way, and then if she's not, she'll do it different. So, uh, the profile pictures are really funny. It's like a picture of it, so it's not very flattering at all, and it's kind of like slanted to one side, so it just makes like one of her eyes like really big. It's just kind of like that was the best picture. Someone just like whoever, probably just her, just like, oh yeah, this is the picture I'm gonna want to put.
Put £1 in a Medibox lifetime, I said today.
Okay, remember the comments are always the so this only take a while. So we've got Brad Aaron Taylor here from a day ago. He says, it's not going to be anything too interesting. And that's a quote. That's a direct quote that's been obviously taken from her video. Hearing you talk is automatically interesting, Katie. So we've got a bit of a simp. That's all I'm hearing. No comments, but 34 upvotes and a like by Katie. Oh, yeah, he's not a bad looking dude. He's not a bad looking dude, but. Nah, simp. It's not good, dude, simp. And you know what's even more funny about him as well? It's like he's got like no videos. He's British as well. And he's got 42 subscribers. I've made like nearly 500 videos. I've only 7 videos. So I mean, you can argue like that's a skill issue or whatever. But how's it a skill issue? Can you explain to me how it's a skill issue? Because I'm making content, I'm playing video games, and I'm completing them. Some sort of platinum standard. So there's clearly some other. Because I would argue, if I was living in a merit-based society, my channel would just grow. So there's clearly an agenda that's not. So I can't sit here and just say that something's wrong or it's a skill issue. Because how's it a skill issue? Tell me how's it a skill issue. Maybe you should change your personality. Well, that sounds really fascist. How fascist is that? I should change my personality. How about you just get on with how I am, and we just accept the bountiful beauty that is the spices of life. Okay, so anyway, that's simp comment. Um, these get ready with me vids are my new crush. It just takes me way back to when me and the girls, so you're obviously a female, would get ready for a night out and just gossip, gossip, gossip. The good old days when a woman could go out for a night safely, peace and love. So she's pointing on a very interesting topic, which Kay will never talk about, and that will be why is it that it's not safe for women to go out anymore? Do you think there could be a particular reason that maybe it has changed? Like if you look at like the demographics or some kind of like shift or change of something in like the last 4 years, do you think there's anything you could deduct from that? Do you think there's like any particular reason? Maybe we're bringing in a certain type of people who don't value the Western society. Do you think it could? Okay, will tell you no. She'll say that that's racism. Her Jewish professor had told her that that is evil, and people who dwell in that they're Voldemort. That's basically what she's been told, and that's got a like from Kay. So again, she's not going to breach on that, but she's going to like it. The day that music venues find out it's possible to ventilate air through the rooms will be the best day of my life, which is in a Wikipedia quote for some reason. I had to leave in the middle of Stick, I don't know who that is, because I couldn't breathe and almost passed out because of how hot it was. Probably Indians as well in the BO. I love this channel so much, Katie. I could listen to you talk all day, hearts. It's like the perfect balance of entertainment while being overstimulated. Alright. It's just a video, maybe slow it down. Zippy Shrimper, who looks black. These are my favorite types of get readies for me. He's a big simp because he's black. Harry Fox. It's like that, and that's the way it is. There's a quote, so that'll be another one of these like zingers, the sort of zingers. If Kay was deemed a prophetic genius, and like her bust of her was in like some kind of monastery, and that, these are the quotes that they obviously her fans have chosen. It's got a reply. Huh? And that's from Becky the Great, remember, who talked about the safety of girls getting ready. So even I'm starting to remember this. So who is this Harry Fox? Oh my god. Oh my god. I love your vids, SMM. I don't know what that means. Just listen to you while I clean or draw. Well, she's a woman, so it's good to hear she's cleaning. It's so comforting and entertainment. You're so awesome. One of my faves, definitely. I'd be so upset if she hated me. My dearest Pearl, if you're watching this and you don't like me and you think I'm an asshole, can I just say that's really, really, I won't be able to sleep. And just looking at your profile picture, it just seems to be, I don't know, some generic picture. And you've got pronouns in your desires, but can I just tell me? And you seem to one of your favorite videos is the Aladdin, the new Aladdin, the remake, the one with Black Will, the genie. So, what are you gonna do? Call the police on me? Well, people have done that before, and I'm still here. Girl, you're my new favorite YouTuber. I love with lowercase I listening to you. Okay, you like that one? It's just a very random one. I've been loving these videos. Moon Bunny 7380. Montesh Smith sounds very black. Thank you for posting on here. I literally love this channel. I got a like from Kay. The only like from Kay, believe it or not. So she's such a massive narcissist. She's just cherry picking all the ones where people generally like suck her fake dick. Like, sorry, Kate, only I can have my dick sucked. And I wouldn't even say by you. That doesn't sound like an insult. That sounds like an insult, but it isn't. Do you see what I mean? That's one of those interesting ones. I feel like I should be able to say that with confidence. But Katie would probably be annoyed by that because you say it's not misogynistic because I don't want her to suck her dick. And this is why women have got an interesting dichotomy. I just want to know if your boyfriend got his bag back. Like, Katie's replied to this, so I can't wait. He didn't. It got stolen. That was 22 hours ago, so that was at 8:30. So Kay's got better things to do at 8 o'clock. Why is she just with her boyfriend? It probably is. Probably his boyfriend's probably playing like some game and she's just on there. First love. Love you, Pookie. That's from Pink Crayola Marker. My show is on. And again, only Katie like that. And that's from Ambi. You're so cool, Katie. Again, that's from Victoria. And that's got a like. Wow. You're spelt wrong. Wait, no, it's not. I'm sorry. It's not. It's spelled perfectly right. Always looking great. And now that's spelled wrong. Extremely spelled Extremly. Gorgeous and very, very beautiful in my eyes. So Sib. Richard Brooks, 715. Do you see what I mean? So these are the people who are like just pumping her up. So she thinks she's like a 10 out of 10. Because she just goes, fuck input. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Richard Brooks here says I'm the most attractive woman in the world, and this is weird. So she disregards my feedback, or just thinks I'm insane, or just will say I'm like a mark. No, uses all these like fucking cope words because women deep down they don't accept accountability. So if there's like a high value dude who just knows his boundaries and just is putting his foot down, you just say you're like a misogynist, or racist, some sort of shit. Me fangirling over my pic being posted in this video. You're the goat and the kindest soul. I'm also going to see Baby Keem in September and Ariana in August. We have elite music taste. This sounds absolutely gay. That's so goy lord of shit. Kay still replies to this. Oh my god, no way! Which dates for Baby Keem and Ariana? 19th of August for Ariana, 16th of September for Baby Keem. A couple of goy lords. So remember, instead of like a white man having Katie's job, earning said money, and then being able to use that money to then woo a woman like Katie and then have kids with them, she just wants to spend her money to go see Baby Keem, who's that Keemstar's son, and Ariana Grande, who's like the Skeletor's wife. Great. I didn't even know she could sing. Obviously she can't sing, but you know. Oh, they love it. They secretly love it. Yeah, this is the thing. Like we don't. It's like people keep just saying, "Oh, why all these people?" And I just blatantly just say it's women because I do just generally think women do love it. Women like hey, and just all women in general, they love to be SA'd. I know that's gonna sound really bad. Jewish people have done a really good job of this, but they love to be SA'd. They do love it. There's loads of components for it, but like the first and foremost is the women love it because there are women out there who won't get essayed. Black women don't get essayed. Black women never ever get raped. Maybe in Africa that's different, but I'm talking about in like Western nations. No white people are raping black women. Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. Don't think black guys probably do. It probably does, but it just doesn't get reported. To be fair, but there's no white people doing it. And most people are like raping the white women because they're the most attractive. So that's what I'm trying to say to you. So you've already got like there's like a niche market. There's a type of there'll be a fat loads of like fat black and Mexican and ugly Indian women who'll never ever ever need to think about that because there's no one's ever gonna ever even want to have sex with them. They're so undesirable, and that'll just be from the birth. They're virgins, and they're just probably just never gonna get laid. They're just fucking hideous. Disgusting, smelly, fat, and you can say that because who cares? They're women. They're so what? They're still human beings. They can still be fat. They can still be ugly and gross. It's not offensive to say that. Katie will tell you it is, but she's a woman. There'll be loads of really fat, obese, like black women in America. Just no one's gonna fuck them anymore. So they'll just be like, they will want to vote like rapey Indians to come in because they'll hope they secretly want to be raped by like an Indian because at least they get like some sort of sexual validation. I'm not even joking. This is the sort of fucked up like knowledge they do. So when they get raped, they'll pretend they don't like it. Not all women. The really attractive white women won't. But that's not usually a lot of the people doing it. The people who are voting it will be the majority, which aren't the good-looking white women. 'Cause that's not a majority. They're like rare. Most of them are just gonna be like fat, like hideous, like fat, like women, like even like white women, like maybe hideous fat white women who do it. Really disgusting, horrible trans people who do it because they want all these people to come in because they know that people like me aren't interested in them. I'm not interested in like fat, hideous, like ugly white women. They're invisible to me because they're horrible, fat, and hideous and they're normally not very nice people and they've wasted their life because they should have had a family so they should be happy because they've got like kids and a husband who's looking after them but they haven't because they've like been suckered in by feminism, decided to like go to Goylord unis, they're 50k in debt, they like end up getting a body count in their 50s. No man wants to settle with them because they're insane. Because when they have a body count of 50 it just shows that they're like not very, they haven't like they haven't secured their purity. There was actually someone watching me. I love there was someone watching me. So that's probably Katie. Some like fat. So they want to be raped because then also they get a validation from it. Because not only do you get raped, so they get the sexual validation from that, which they'll get off on because they do. Because they read all these like fucking scat books, which are just about like getting raped. They'll then like champion it. They'll then go on like X. They'll pretend to be really upset, and if you talk to them, they'll pretend, but you know they're not. Just like it's like when I speak to Katie, if I interview her, I just know everything she's gonna probably say to me would just be a lie because she's just been conditioned. She doesn't need to. For me, I probably won't lie because I've been taught to not lie because if I get found out, then they do like they can drag me through the court. If Katie lies, they don't care. She just goes tee hee, and all the Indian and simp fans will just tell her she's great, and they'll just say like, oh, she had to do that on purpose for some reason. They'll just make excuses. If I told like 199.9% of the truth, but accidentally said one wrong thing, that'd be enough for me to get cancelled because that's the agenda. They don't want people like me to succeed. They want people like Katie to like do well because she's an idiot and she's just gonna tell her like Goylord fans to go to like Ariana concerts and buy toys and not get married and have kids and just like go and um, buy like takeout and just never make dinner for your man and just if any you do anything for a white man, that's oppression and you shouldn't do that, queen. But if it's a black man, you should definitely suck his cock because he's from Africa, so he deserves it because the white man's enslaved him. So it's the kind of shit they get manipulated to do. Honestly, like when you come out of it and you just like actually understand like these women and just what they're being taught and what they're like, it's insane.
Put £1 in a Medibox Lifetime.
At every university they're gonna have, they'll deliberately when the universities are hiring, they're always gonna like hire minority like professors. So every single professor, there's not gonna be any more of these like prestigious uh, straight white men who are like graying and very like very stoic and stern. They've got like the leather jackets with like the tweed jackets with the leather that's all gone. They've got rid of that. The Jewish people knew that. If you watch like all the old Simpsons episodes, every time they talk about like the old colleges, you can tell like because they're all Jewish and they all wrote those shows that they were gunning for that. They wanted to disrupt it all because every time you watch any episodes, the old classic episodes like seasons 1 to 10, and they ever do a reminiscence of Homer being in like college or he has to go back to college, it's always like the dean is some white snooty dude, and like all the professors will be like some snooty like white guys. Always like that. Those are the people that the Jewish people are like. Well, we need to get rid of all these people now. We don't want this. Fuck this. Get rid of it. And that's what they've done. They've like made it so like any black guy, every single Indian person, every single like they just diluted what a doctor and a professor is because they just every single fucker now is just a doctor and a professor. So like they just diluted out. So now the whole point the Jewish have done it. No one can trust who a doctor and professor is. Like my brother's partner is like a professor, but I don't really even trust like how valid that is now. Do you see what I mean? It's just done that. Even like my friends who I know probably did do a thesis. I was just like part of me is like I don't even really know is it that hard because they've done a really good job of it. Once you just make everyone become doctors and professors, like people who obviously just are stupid or like DEI, you can just tell. Who cares? I'm not stupid enough to if I just see a black Nigerian man wearing a doctor's robe that I just assume he's going to be smarter than me. I'm absolutely going to be on my edge, and I absolutely am going to like take everything he says with a massive pinch of salt. Probably like just take what he says, research everything he says on my own time, and then get a second opinion and actually specify. And I don't care if the woman says, "What do you mean you don't want a black doctor?" I'd say, "I don't care. Can you don't just have a white one?" I don't care. You just have to start doing that. You just have to start saying that. Let's give you context. I might need to like go and get a legal fees, at least some legal help because there's shit like again like my ex-wife's doing. Um, but there's no way in fuck I'm getting a female barrister or a lawyer. Absolutely not. Not when they fucked me over the first time. Do not do it. Cognitive biases do exist. I'm telling you, if you're a man and you hire a female to represent you in divorce court or child proceedings, they'll just side up with your ex-wife. They will. They will promise you. They'll look you in the face and say to you they're not. But then the court will end and it'll be a really horrible deal that's been negotiated. And the woman judge, or sorry, lawyer or your barrister will just pretend and lie and just look you in the face and say, like, I did the best I could. But they haven't. They haven't. They haven't. They've just gone in there and they would have just all like been laughing and they all would have known each other because it was all like a big gaggle and they all meet up at like the solicitor barrister fair. So obviously, like if you're friends with Karen, it can happen that you're just going to both be like represented by people and then you're both friends, but you have to pretend to not be. And because they're all women, they all think they're like this is their chance to get one over on like the straight white men. So they all just do it and they just don't care. It's like obviously blatant. And, like I know it's not obviously because I was like, how has this happened? And they're just saying I couldn't do anything about it. It's like you could have easily done stuff because I researched and it's like you could have done stuff, but they just don't want to. So they just want to take the white guy's money and just like be the part of the sisterhood. It doesn't matter because even if you write a bad review, they just have ways where they can just stop that from being shown because this is just how it is now. They have to like review your review, and then even if you do, you're a straight white man, so no one cares about you. Like you're the least cared about demographic. Even like Indians, everyone hates Indians, but at least they all like kind of like probably congregate together and like help each other out, except for the fucking caste system. But people in your own caste will probably like work together. When you're white, nah, no one does. They've done such a good job of just removing any like white groups. Like even in like the few moments when we like watch like a podcast and it's just all white, mostly white people, you can tell that there's just something. There's a deep emphasis that like something is always trying to like remove it and block you, and it's this what happens. Like these people always like, it just feels like my like engagement's not very good when I this because they know because it's just the Jewish people, the Indians, they know like they don't want there to be like only white areas because they're scared. They know that once white people are like start becoming like really pally with each other and they start all going, oh, what about if we do something about India? What about if we do something? They know that. They know that's what they're scared of. They know we've got the tools to take it out. If we had someone who was really hard right in power in like a Zoomer, he took over after Trump, and he just had like this really anti, fuck India, fuck like Africa, just the Jewish people. He would probably just do it. He'd go, we've got the fucking army to do it. Yeah, they might threaten to nuke us, but then fuck it, we'll just say, just push back and say, go on then, we'll fucking nuke you to oblivion. You might be able to get a couple of them missiles across. Fuck it, we'll do it. I'll just tell everyone we'll just evacuate everyone. It's gonna be horrible, but like, fuck it. If we can at least take out India and get Israel, Africa, we don't need to worry about nukes. I'm sure India, but they do have like quite a lot of missiles. I'm sure a couple of them might get through, but we'll get over it. I'm sure America has some anti-missiles defense. You just need to push them back. Just fine. If that's the way it needs to be, tell all the other countries this is what's going to happen. I'm going to call India's bluff. But we would have already, a couple of weeks before, we probably would have evacuated everyone. It's just, this is a horrible thing we just need to appreciate. It's just, I'm sorry, we just need to deal with these bullies, I'm afraid. And I'm sure even a lot of the rest of the world just be, fuck India, they would. I think China would probably do that, and they're much closer to just be, and Pakistan. We could just keep Pakistan for the time being. They're a useful idiot for the time being. Deal with one thing at a time. Because like India can't if it was India versus the world, which it probably would turn out to be, because there's no one likes them. Jewish people just use them as tools. Like even like Africans get like more like because they are somewhat, I think, credible to like athletic prowess and like I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that like there aren't like good-looking black guys because there are. I'm just saying that a lot of them are very ugly, but you do get like good-looking black guys, and I can understand why like some women probably do go for them. I'm not gonna be like absolute. I just think race mixing shouldn't happen, but I can understand. But Indians just know you just don't have it. They don't have any of that. They don't have any of the like. None of them win any like competitions or any sports. So like, there's no fear. There's like no intimidation. Like no one's ever intimidated. Even when you see these Indian guys at the gym, they just look stupid because they always got turbans on. They just look really funny. They always just look really hilarious. I just don't think there's any white woman who's like gonna be like, look at this super ripped dude, but he's got like a fucking like little turban. No white woman's gonna just like find that hot. And all the Indian women just gonna like are lusting over all the white guys. So it's just a horrible dichotomy. Like no one, it's just no benefit to you guys being here. And then not only that, but you've got like it's the most pollution. You're the absolute shittest like country in terms of just like what it looks like and everything. You're malnutritioned. All the toxic, all the gases and all the shit is making you malnourished, porn riddled, scams. All the scams just come from India. Pollution is all coming from there. And for some reason we just let them off. Why do we just let them off? Why just fucking do something about it? I bet all their nukes don't even work. Honestly, I reckon like the US has systems and the rest of the world will have systems to actually even prevent there from being any like genuine nuclear threats coming out of like India. Like they probably like stupidly, it's so obvious like where their nuke sites are, and all of their like ICBMs are either like just probably not maintained because I just cannot fathom how a country, when you like see some of like the military demonstrations these guys do, I just cannot fathom that they've got a really good like nuclear defense system. It's probably just the shittest warheads. It's probably like the Soviet 1970s like warheads they bought from like Russia. and they're just really not that hard to take out. Like we've probably got like these like high jet like what do you call them, like the hypersonic missiles that can probably take them out. Because the thing with ICBMs is, yeah, they are like actually pretty fast. But when you actually, when a hypersonic missile is used, you work out how much quicker those things can go. And you just think like, if you've got a system like the US will have, where they've probably got like able to use super sophisticated computers to just work out exactly where to fire like a Mach 5 hypersonic missile to take out a nuke, they could probably do it. Probably could easily do it. Probably got lasers that can do it now. I'm not even kidding you. There's loads of shit we probably just don't know that America has. And that's their home defense. This is what I'm saying to you. Like, the shit that you're seeing Trump doing with Iran is only like their attacking defense military, which is like, that's still something. So they've probably still got like incredible amount of shit going on like, in their own country. We just don't, I haven't been seeing that. And it's the same with Africa. Um, the Jews have just honestly they fucked themselves. There's no PR left for like Africa or India. So what am I doing? All of that like guilt's gone now. We don't care anymore. That's like no one like who's under the age of 30 cares about slavery or the fucking colonization of India. Like that stuff is just low IQ goy lord shit that they try to do to make us feel guilty. But no one cares. You've got half a brain. Wait, wait.
Damn it.
Ashley, get down. Is that it? But it's inevitable. I know it sounds crazy, but it's inevitably one of the only ways we could potentially really like, because we could work really well and just like, ah, even talking about this, you just feel like you can't. But so, like for example, China would probably just be up for it because China does not like Islam at all. They think the whole of Islam is just a mental health condition. Like they think like if you believe in like if you're a Muslim, you're insane. As far as and this is what just is really hypocritical again. Is it just shows the cowardness, and I am willing to say that word of Islam, because they only will put fatwas on things they know that they can like do any judgment to. What am I doing? Sorry, I really like what am I actually doing? Sorry.
Give me some space.
Hang on.
It's locked.
Oh shit! Yeah, sorry. Just gotta push this.
Come hold this down.
Hang on.
Cool. Ah, fine. Why don't I remember this? Yeah, because I can't see. Because the thing about India and Pakistan, right, is that the Jewish people have been basically, I think, expecting them to kind of actually use the nuclear weapons to, at each other, but they haven't. I think they've secretly been hoping that they would kind of sort themselves out. Because essentially, the Jewish people have the most control of the finances. There's just no, you can't argue that. There's just no way you can argue that. It's why, like, even though there's only 16 million of them, they're also influential because they are like really nepo. They're very narcissistic ethnic states. But they've basically been able to get away with it because they're always playing the victim. They're always saying like, "Oh, we're being persecuted," and that's like actually been kind of the case, I suppose. But then it's just this World War II just gave them a real ability to just milk the sort of sympathy, and then you had October 7th as well. But just what I think is just what's happened is just while that's happening, there's just too much. Um, there's just too much stuff that's obviously just happening in Western nations, which just is it's impossible for people like me to not think that there's an agenda. And this is what you do. You sometimes get in these arguments, and then people will say to me something like, "Why are you so sure it's the Jews?" But my question will always be back is like, "Can you explain to me why, if you were Jewish, you wouldn't do something like this?" And they can't. No one can really ever answer that. But you have to think like that's the kind of question you ask. It's not so much like how can you prove, because this is what will happen is you're going to live your life just always assuming that because you can't sometimes prove things. You have to just go on hunches. A lot of life, I'm afraid, is just you're making decisions on hunches. You obviously not completely. That's what I'm trying to say because I have evidence, but I'm just saying you don't know 100% stuff. You can't 100% know like where a battalion might be in the fog of war, but you've got a hunch, don't you? You're like, oh, I know from my other wars that experience that this is normally they'll go in the forest. Do you see what I mean? And that's just it, isn't it? You just like we all know the Jewish people own a lot of Hollywood. That's not like even a racial stereotype. It's just the case. It's obviously the case. We know entertainment are basically the sort of mouthpiece to for Jewish propaganda. Because all the people who are getting hired, they're being vetted by Jewish people, and they're making very, very sure that if these people want to continue to be rich, which they do, because why would they be famous otherwise? They have to play their game. And they probably make these guys do like humiliation rituals. And they do. You just saw like Sydney Sweeney like on the new Europia season 3, and she's like a baby. She's got like her like she's like got a baby pacifier in her mouth, wearing like a baby bib, I think, and she's like sucking on a dummy or pacifier. And then she's just like got her like legs over her ears, and it's just got like her vagina just like flat. It's like the most unflat. Again, it's one of these positions where it's very brown or black Indian coded because I just don't think white guys find that shit. I don't know if I find that very attractive. It's almost like too over. It's like too. There's no like guise or mystery behind it. I think when you're more cultured or like more white, you're more turned on by like more subtle stuff, like less is more sort of thing. Like maybe it's just kind of like a woman's wearing like quite a like revealing, and it just sort of shows off her like her body, but it's not like overtly in your face. But I think when you're black and Indian, it has to be very degenerate. So you have to be like very much like yeah. So you're dressed as a baby, and then like because it's very degenerate. This is what they're jerking off to. It's the degeneracy. They love like the idea of a white woman fucking a horse. Not maybe so much because it's because of what it represents. It represents like to them the most pure thing, which is like a white angel woman being fucked by a horse, and they know it's so wrong, and that's what gets them hard. Same with like pedophilia. Same with like it's sexual assault. It's just it's very there's the psychology behind it. And then they're always like, oh yeah, like sexual stuff is always becoming a lot more like prevalent now. And again, let's have a look at like the demographic charts. So when the country was like 96, 97, white in America, um, most people would have been. It would have been like, and it probably still would have been like to this day if we just didn't have as many black and like foreign Mexicans and stuff in it, like America, to just and like Jewish people like using, trying to like put degeneracy through every medium of media, which is obviously like brainwash all the kids, and that's what's happening. So like, every time you watch a Drusky sketch, or you're watching like your kids are watching like I don't know like Sinners, that's all propaganda. That's all stuff that's going to their brain, and they're like deciding to not become and be like, as I say, like Archie comics. I always want to use them as an example because the Archie comics was like the prime example of what like I think we all want society to kind of go back to, where everything's like lovely and nice. And it's like Archie just drives up and he's just you know he Archie's driving around in his neighborhood in his car, and he just knows he knows every single person in every house because he's got he wants to know them because he's white, and he's like everyone there wants to know him because he's white. So he feels a sense of community. So he drives about and he's like, "Oh, hello there, Mrs. Richardson." Who's like the wife of the butcher. "Oh, hello there, Mr. Thomas." He's the firefighter. You know what I mean? And that's it. It's this lovely sense of community, and there's no like black people who they're really angry because they're black and they just feel angry because you're white, and they just have this like anger of like slavery. And so they'll, if Jughead drives past the black guy, Mr. Brown's house, and he'll go, "You fuck off, Jughead, you racist cracker." That's the sort of like thing he was saying, and that's the sort of thing that then that creates fear, that creates paranoia. Jughead then doesn't want to like maybe go to that area. The people around that place don't want to live there. You see what I'm saying to you? This is it. And then also that black guy is probably going to be like doing drugs and doing stuff that's like, but and trying to like get the white women to like sleep with them. And some of the white women are having arguments with their dad. They'll like do it as a stupid mistake. You can see why they're there. That didn't happen. You didn't have that. Jughead never did that. Jughead never did drive past the black neighbor, did he? And then some guy would have a go. They always did. On news. So, if you want to know why I'm so censored, it's because my power is the power that scares people the most. Because being able to effectively kind of understand everything is the most scary power because it effectively allows you to understand everyone's point of view. And if you're smart enough, once you know that, and you can really quickly work out people's insecurities, you can then meld your like personality to then like combat with that to get them to do things. So it's the true power of a sociopath. But this is kind of the theory you've got to remember. So when I like say to people, why wouldn't someone do this? I'm gonna have to explain to you this. So basically, like most normal white people who just sort of grow up, you don't realize you've been very much protected. Even when you like watch media, you're really protected in the sense of like a lot of like places and website and internet providers, for good reasons, but not always. They've obviously banned like I never really understood. So I know this might sound really like macabre, but they've always banned like the snuff websites. I don't always honestly know why because I wasn't like I'm not like at all a violent person at all, but there's something very macabre and very like it did make me still feel like something when I would watch like I don't know a video of like, a guy like blow his face with a shotgun. Like that shit was really is that was like the last stage of like being horrified. I never ever got any like desire to do anything violent. It generally shocked me. As someone who can feel like the emotions of it, I'd feel like a deep like oh my god when you like someone did that and you feel like a shock like in your heart. You'd be like oh my god, and that's why people like me are addicted. Kind of not addicted, sorry, but I not liked it, but there was a morbid curiosity to it. I'm trying to be like as open to you as possible, like why I would watch it. There are people who would watch it for other reasons. So people who do like actually like some people like masturbate to it or like sexually go after it. That wasn't me. There was like a very general kind of a fascination of like feeling like this is like a very intimate moment where someone's deciding to have done or made a decision that's now fatally ended their life. It's something very interesting about it. It's the same when you see paedophile hunters. There's something very interesting about seeing the psychology of someone breaking down and when they realize the actual gravity of what's happening to them. I was fascinated by that as well. Same kind of reason. It's a kind of empathic reason. It's very like especially like someone like me who's just like I've played by the rules pretty much my whole life. I haven't really been in trouble with the law. Seeing people do that is crazy. Just to think like, again, I'd always had the foresight to just think like I'm not attracted to minors, but if you were going to engage with them, you'd like even I would be like you'd be smarter than that. You just assume that anyone you're talking to is going to obviously probably be a cop, and it's just funny that these people are cops. It's like come on. Do you know what I mean? I get it if you just got busted in like some random sweep operation they did, and they just had like I don't know. Been able to track your PC and find out you had stuff on they shouldn't. That's one thing, but then to actually go like be such an idiot that you just fall for like some idiot like pretending to be like a little girl and like that is really cringe. Usually they're not the brightest people. In fact, I'll go as far as saying the majority of them are like literally, I think, are on like the heavily autistic spectrum. Where I do feel like it's a bit unfair because these are just the people where they just get no attention. So like I said to you. If you're like a fat black woman, that's why they're so easy to like catfish. No one's ever going to give you attention. You're a fat black woman. Oh, got hiccups. Gold. Dude, there's gold in. Yeah, where the fuck's Ashley? How do I open that then?
Hey, come get this lever.
How does she know where I am? I'll piss myself if she actually can go. How? Where are you? Where is she? How do I call her?
Come on.
Okay.
Ashley.
No problem.
What do I do? Oh, you idiot. Duh. See, like women love to be treated like dogs. I think this is the goy lord we've done. Nikki will tell you this. It's like she's pretending. Like women pretend they don't want to be subordinate. They just don't. They just think they've got a chance to not be, but they know deep down that they can't. They've got nothing on earth. So again, like even when I just hear Katie talk, I'm just like, part of me deep down, just it's like when you have that bitch manager who's like some like Indian bitch woman just like talking to you, as like a straight white man. Part of you, you're just looking at this woman, you just think you could just like kick her through a wall. Like you could literally, if you just wanted to, just kick her through a wall. Why is she just like doing this? Why have I given her the power to do this? It's just ridiculous. I know, like, this sounds like, but seriously, why can't we all just be like strong, like white guys instead of just a fucking Indian bitch, just like doing this? Like some little scrawny, like malnourished and probably inbred Indian woman who's literally just here because of DI. He's like yelling at you. It's bullshit. Shouldn't be happening. Not in my life.
Because with a lifetime
Makes me fucking sick to my gut.
everyone will top it up with a 25% bonus. With up to 1,000. And at the end.
Oh. Great. Oh. Bucket! What? I can't believe it. Time to die, Bucket. 99.9. Yeah, I know, right? Just give me loads of money. Yeah, it's fine.
Got cocky for a second.
It's actually true. I did get cocky for a sec. I could take another bite. $99.9.
came down to sign photos and literally.
It's got a little simpleton music off. It shows her IQ. That's what I'm telling you. It's like these women, they want to be my level, but they're not. They're just not able to do it. They're not able to lead. They can't. They think they can lead. Jewish people are convinced them they can lead. They can't.
People going feral. I was being literally crushed at the barrier, and Jid came down with the security, and Jid literally had to be like, guys, you're literally crushing her to death. I was like pressed against the barrier.
Yeah, you're always the victim, isn't she? She's always the victim. Remember, she never did anything bad. She was always in the right.
We go at the same time, yeah?
Got it.
Okay, we go at the same time.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
It's okay. We got this. This time for sure.
Wait, what did you have
One
to
more
do?
time. Now. Now. Yeah.
What's stupid? Why would they even have that? We need to have We need to have two scientists who've got the good thing so they can do it at a time. Why? I just think it would be funny. Can you program that? That just sounds like an egregious. That's gonna take an extra like 5 weeks for me to program all that. Umbrella got the budget. See what I mean? It's like, why? Why did you do that? It's like not good enough that you just have two people who can fucking push the switch.
Hide.
Hey.
For what? Trust me, I know. So that's what I mean. That's why Ashley is like wife material. She doesn't ask questions. She just fucking does it, and that's how a woman should be. If I say hide in that you should go in there. You do not open it. You should you should understand why. I'm just telling you. Like if your boss told you to do it, you would, because I pay you, or your boss pays you. But like if I tell you to do it, you're not gonna do it because I don't pay you.
Hello. Why did my voice make that noise? Welcome, guys. Today it's not going to be anything too interesting.
So many carts, so many carts. She's just I don't know what she's doing at the time. She's just like just go. There's just so many carts. Even in that like little intro, there's like 2 or 3 carts there. And that's I think why people don't like this. Even though I don't know how to fast forward, 'cause I can't imagine. I don't think Asmongold's like talking like super quick, is he? But just I think generally people don't like you if you talk too fast or you're too slow, because if you're too fast, it normally means it's because you're trying to like speak to Indians. And every time you speak to like Filipinos or Indians or Africans, like, do you mind if you speak a bit slower? I don't understand what you're saying. And it's like, no, I don't want to. I want to speak nice and fast because that's how I speak. So if you can't follow me, exactly, that's how hardcore I am, dude. Did you see that?
Is it ever? Not really. Today we're just going to be doing my makeup. We're not going to be doing my makeup.
Great.
I'm going to be doing my makeup. I look really tired. When don't I? Genuinely. Ooh, that's an ugly.
Why is Katie really tired? Because she should be having a much better life than me, right? I mean, she's got no kids. Really good job. Probably, I'd like I say, getting paid way more than I do. Probably like triple what I get. Buys anything she wants. So what is it that's getting her down? Do you think? Do you know? Ah, what you little son of a bitch! Look how much health that did. Oh my god, is it dead?
What the fuck? You stubborn son of a bitch.
I'm glad I saved it. Hang on, so it's just 2 rounds, I guess.
Give me some
I mean, you can't. You got to let it off there, but it did do an exorbitant amount of damage. For some reason, it just did a fucking exorbitant amount of damage. So look, I'm on a. Oh no, I'm not. Oh, I'm a retard then. Sorry.
Yeah. Before this kill me, though.
Okay, we go at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
We go at the same time, yeah?
Got it. Yeah.
What's that? Yeah, hand grenade. Could you fuck? Yeah, that's like how gentlemanly like Leon is as well, because
No problem.
sometimes like half of what the problem, right, is actually the trauma. So him being such a gentleman, he's like, I'm gonna hide in there. And, yeah, that is part of it. Like sometimes, if you see, if you're like a guy and you see there's like a truck and precariously, it's like starting to like fall towards the other person. It's kind of like your duty to protect again, like your women and children, just to not see it. Because I feel like again, men are more they can sort of see stuff like that. That's why like men having a morbid curiosity of like stuff like death shouldn't really be so frowned upon, guys. In my opinion, because it's just they should be the ones that have to deal with like that. I get it for women. I don't think women should, because I think women do get traumatized with it. But I think it's like you said with men. I think men are able to distinguish that because it's not. Again, it's like with video games. I think probably not. I probably get loads of women who play loads of really violent video games now, but I don't know if there's necessarily like loads of girls who are like playing like games like like Resident Evil necessarily, or even if they do, they're probably not getting like the same. They're probably like feeling like really like scared every time I got to kill something. But like, for me, I'm not playing this. I'm just like fucking want to like just waste people. Just like, fucking like, kill people, dude. Fuck these zombies, man. Here's some end music in the car. Right, Mr. Shuckles. Mr. Shuckles.
Right? When do I look like tired? That's what you're probably all asking yourself.
Ask.
To do.
Ask. Ask. But Kate, you haven't answered my question. Why are you so tired? You know, I got ID today. I'm in my 30s, Kate, and I got ID, and I got this beard. My beard's even got white streaks of hair in it, and my hair's got white streaks of hair. But I still got ID, Kate. What's the secret to my youth, do you think? Because I know there's look 25, but I'm 34, so like, what's the story there? And that's quite a nice compliment, isn't it? In my opinion, when women do that at my age, I do not feel bad. So, I'm like, well, it is a bit bad because like, I was flirting with someone actually, and like, they were like, "You look like you're in your like early 20s." And I was like, I'm like 34. I've got kids, and they were like, they actually, they got really scared by that. So it's a curse. People like it's like with Ned Flanders. Like when they all find out like Ned Flanders is like he's like 70. You know, he's like yeah. They find out he's like in his late 60s. So no, like everyone's like really freaked out about it. Shit, I don't think I. Oh, you little cunt. I know it's not even the best sniper. I know I probably should just bite the bullet of that and just get the other one because the other one is insanely good. I wouldn't be having to fuck around with that. Oh, you little cunt! So what's this then? What's happening now?
What the fuck?
Oh! Okay, fine.
Cuddly bastard.
That was cool. Okay. Yes! Oh yeah. What a sexy crown. How does she know? Alright, I'm gonna save it.
No, I'm good.
Luckily, I got one of those first aid sprays. What is that? I don't know. It's just a generic can of spray. Whatever the spray is, it's just really good. You know, I always wanted that. I was always like, as a kid, I was always like fascinated by this concept of. So again, this is like pre-internet. So like, I'd be playing with my friend Ryan, and we were like, this is back in like the late, I don't know, late '90s, and we'd just be like playing on this PlayStation. And he'd like have Resident Evil 1. I'd be like, what's this? And I'd be like, do you want to pick up the first aid spray? And I was always like, what is a first aid spray? I was like, let's have a look. It's just called Anaturifa first aid recovery spray. No ingredients, nothing. It's got a flat bottom top, but which is interesting. It's a very full can, and it's just something. And like, and they just, who cares? In the context of the game, no one cares. But like, for me as an autistic kid, I was like, what is this? What is this? I don't know. What is it? I don't think it matters. And I liked it when you played Resident Evil 7, I think it was. Not Village, the one before that, the one which was the first like one where you're like Ethan in POV. They did play on that a bit, and I liked it. They like played on like the lore of like the herbs. It's just how like bullshit it was, because like in that game, it just your character like lost limbs, and it was like you could grow them back, and I thought that was really interesting. I thought that was really interesting. They didn't touch on it too much, but it was just like I remember there was like a scene where it's like you're in the game, and it's like your character gets his arm cut off or his hand cut off or something like that. And I was just like, oh, this has to be like a game over, because generally, like in games, it's just like you just learn that if you like, you get dismembered anyway. Like the game probably is probably gonna be you die, because it's just you can't play the game with one hand or something. But no, this was different. It's like your character goes arm cut off, and you were still playing. And I just remember, like, I think I was like in London when I played that, because I remember getting it, and like I wasn't talking. Like my ex girlfriend hated stuff like that. So she was just in the bedroom, probably on her iPad, just watching shit, and I was just like in there, just like playing it. And I was like, oh fuck, what do I do? And then it was like they talked about like the green herb. And it was just like the green herb was just this strange like Deus Ex Machina like thing, which just kind of lets you just be dismembered, but keep. And I was like, that's fine. I'm fine with that. It was just a cool little thing where it's like, I get it. So like, yeah, now if I'm playing and every time like your arm gets cut off or whatever, you just need an excuse to like, be like, hey, you just say like the green herb is some just magical divine thing that grows with the T virus, and I could get that. I think that's kind of what it was. It was like the T virus had impacted the plant, so it just allowed for like this like kind of insane regenerative like properties. Because the T virus does have some benefits. The benefits are, I think, like the whole game is sort of like, it was like in when you like watched One Piece, they like okay. I love that Ashley's actually perfect. It's me, he's fucking up, by the way. So I'm not gonna like, but obviously because it's an NPC. Okay, be careful.
Hey, We're going to be talking about the show that I went to the other day, and I'm going to talk about good things, things that I enjoyed, because I feel like I'm always complaining, as some of you like to point out. But also, I'm going to be doing a little bit of
Aspen
explaining,
Gold.
because there was like some terrible show etiquette that I just wanted to talk about because it just annoyed me. So I went to see Jid, J-I-D, whatever you want to call him. He is an American rapper. His music is goated. For those who
Is
have been
goated by black music. Hang on, I will actually look it up. It's very important because we need to see how good logic he is. I still think her boyfriend's black. I'm not gonna look. It's not. That's not the game. It's not how Hannibal Lecter would do things. It's not how we do things in the Angry Joe show.
Get this for me.
Leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at this stuff.
Yeah, that and making dinner. Why don't women just want to stay home and just look after kids? It's like the best thing ever. When you're a bloke and you do it, it's so good. Women are just fucked. Honestly, I just can't believe it. We could be doing so much better now. We were really good. It's been ruined. It's like when you like, when I like think about Dr. Vegapunk and his introduction into One Piece, it was always like made me think. It's like Dr. Vegapunk is so smart that his genius could have pushed the humans 300 years advanced. I just think like that's basically just what like immigration and like black people and like Indians have done to like our world. Made everything just fucked. Alright, what we got here then? Oh, we could just do loads of different colours, couldn't we? It's pretty good. Black base. Where's the last rat?
Voy a bañarme en vuestra sangre. Ashley, damn it! Ashley!
What? No. No. I think it was after I killed that thing.
Got it.
I think. think, well, I see. You think I'm paranoid, but I fucking know. This game's bullshit. What was I even supposed to do?
Ashley!
What the fuck was I supposed to do?
One more time.
The delay's so bad.
This time for sure. Okay.
No power.
Get this for me.
Leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at this stuff.
How do I stop these guys? Just gotta fuck this dude up when it comes.
Give me a break already. All right.
Do I feel bad?
Ashley, you all right?
Fuck no.
Thanks.
Yeah, but how do I? Oh, I need to go back to. Wait, what was? What? Oh, wait, because I turned the power off. Ah! Oh, what the fuck? No, no, why? No. That was a shame.
Asking me, I do
Ask.
have Spotify, and I do have a playlist which is
Ask.
dedicated to my favourite JID songs. So I'll link my Spotify down below, and you can find it. I've been listening to JID since.
Jid. I can't wait. If they're black, I'm gonna piss my pants. He's actually older than me, which is crazy. Look how black he is. Destined Choice Route, better known as his stage name Jid. Such a loser. Like, this guy is like, looks like a fuck nut. Looks like a fuck nut. And everyone's like, yeah, man, his music's so good, dude. His music can kiss my massive ass. His music's for good. happy cries. Telex. I do fucking love baked beans, actually. I know that's a random thing. I just saw someone just posted a picture of baked. I love baked beans. I might just eat a fucking bowl of baked beans. I was just thinking, like, I'm really hungry. Like, what can I eat? A bowl of baked beans, which is really good. It's good protein as well. Again, the Jewish people don't want you to eat baked beans. They don't want me to eat baked beans. They don't want that. They don't want me to eat protein. They want me to just eat like low protein. Like I say, yeah, low protein gruel, low as morale. See, I don't understand. I thought this gruel was supposed to make him like lose his morale. It doesn't work if he eats a month's supply of it. You even ate mine.
Get that lever.
Hey.
So what did I not do right? It was like, I don't know,
One more time.
kill the regenerator, but also people going after Ashley again. Fuck that. Why do they even have that?
Get this for me.
Leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at this stuff.
What does that even mean? Again, women can just get away with saying like cringe, but if them blokes said that, you just get like chastised. Like, what are you talking about? Dopey cunt, what does that even mean? Fucking dopey cunt. Fucking dopey cunt. Okay. Fuck. Pre-resident right. No, what am I gonna do?
Ashley, damn it! Drop the girl.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Since like 2022. Yeah, I'd say 2022, like early 2022. I actually discovered his music through Euphoria. His song 151 Rum was used in.
Yeah, I bet Kay thinks that's like the equivalent of Shakespeare. Any of the great writers. It's just like the equivalent.
Ashley!
Some black guy probably rapping about, I don't know, racism in the UK. Caused by him.
Euphoria, and I heard it and I was like, because I like rap, right? I've
Oh,
always
does he?
liked rap.
I bet,
It was
yeah.
like Eminem, and then it was like Biggie and.
Can I 100% her boyfriend's black? There's no doubt. Because I don't think a lot of the white guys like rap. It's a bit of a turn off, I think, if you've got like a girl who is obsessed with rap. Oh, it's a massive bug.
Get this for me.
Leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at this stuff.
I'm about to get really upset again. I just feel it. Fuck that rat.
Tupac, and then from there it was like Baby Keem, a little bit of Kendrick. Not really a massive Kendrick fan.
Oh!
I still prefer Baby Keem, which I know a lot of people are gonna be like. But then
Ashley, damn it!
It's rat right, boss.
Ashley! Jack! Keep coming.
So again. I don't know what's happening. I generally don't know what's happening. I'm getting to a point now where I'm just, I don't know. I,
yeah, Jid and Eminem, my two favorite rappers. I go through phases where I listen to them kind of like on and off, but Jid is an incredible performer. I went to see him live in.
she 100% is dating black guys. I mean, this is it. Look at her, covered in tattoos, loves rap music. Like, ironically, the tattoos are probably because she's been abused by black people.
This time for sure. It's okay.
The guy who has the wanking issue. Usually, it's black people who've got porn problems. This is just it. It's why she never talks about the race of her boyfriend. And probably why she never shows who her boyfriend is either.
It's
Because
okay.
she's probably secretly ashamed.
Now. One more time. Now.
Fine.
Okay.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Just fucking losers come through. I just don't know what to do, okay? Don't fucking know. But 100%, she's a mud shark. She's definitely sleeping with black dudes. There'll be a video somewhere because black people love to record like when they fuck white women because it's like they have to they need it's like they that already shows just like the level of disrespect they've got for their women, which is why like I know like if a black guy shows that I'm just like again like there's not many white people are gonna do that, but you've got to like be a certain type of person where you got to like film you want to jerk off to it later, you're so horny you just have to like just what I mean. So people like this are just like they're obsessed with like porn and sex. That's why black people have that my dick like meme because it is true. It's like the only metric they think about is like porn and like is sex, just money and food and just like really material shit, low IQ shit. Indian and black people shit. Oh. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go all the way back.
2023, and it was so good. It was really good. So then when I saw he was touring again, I was like, hell fucking yeah. And like his tickets aren't even that expensive. Like they're pretty well priced. So I went to see him in Manchester. And I just want to say Manchester is one of my favourite cities. Like I actually really like Manchester.
You know, Manchester would be much nicer okay, if you could like use your platform to try and like make it better, but you don't want to do it. You probably love like all the immigrants want to squeeze your ass. I don't like it when like the immigrants want to squeeze my ass, okay, but I know you probably do. So can you try and get rid of them to stop them from doing that, please? Fucking mission failed. Ashley doesn't know where you are. Just not doing all that. Look, it's like 20 minutes just for that.
Compared to most cities. Some of you will know I used to live in Liverpool, and Liverpool has nothing on Manchester. Like Manchester is so good. Like a week prior, I booked the trains, and I stayed in Yo.
Why do femcells love sex so much? It's because they're fucking hideous.
Stayed in Yotel, which is in Deansgate, which was literally about
Deansgate.
from the venue, which was Aviva Studios. Before I actually got to the hotel, because to begin with, like
Remember?
I travelled down there,
Remember.
I went to Nando's.
So Kay could have like she probably at 24. Like my mom had like my mom probably would have already had like 2 kids by this point. Right, Kay doesn't need that. She's got shit she needs to do. The Muslims, they need to like keep doing it because Kay's been told Gaza's like really like unpopular, which kind of is true. So like all the immigrants there are just like fucking and loads of kids, and like Kay's been goit ordered thinking like her brain is because her brain's really small. She's been like convinced that like Muslims and Indians and Africans that's okay. The Jewish people definitely are not wanting these people to become like the number one. so the Jewish people can just sort of sit in Tel Aviv and be like, oh no, what's happening in Europe? Oh well, and then they're just like, Europe just gets taken over, and then it's like easier for the Jewish people because then the Jewish people can just slowly like build up their army. It's like playing a video game, isn't it? The Jewish people are just doing that thing where they're trying to like cause loads of fights. It's like, you know, when you play four-player Smash Bros. I was explaining it to you. When I play four-player Smash Bros, what I do is I just let the other guys like fucking beat each other up because it'd be free-for-all, and then I'll just take out the winner at the end. That's what Jewish people are doing. They're just like being me, where they're just like hiding, like running away in the corner, letting like the blacks and the Indians and Muslims and then the white people fight each other, and then they're just gonna stay with all of like their lives because they're gonna keep all the money and stuff. And then like once like I don't know, the white people are finally taking out all the Indians, Muslims and the Chinese, for example, they've only got like one stock left, and then like the Jewish people come in and they've got like four stocks left, and they can just like kill you, even if you like beat them twice, they're still gonna come back. And that's what they want to do. They know they've only got 16 million people. They know it's nothing. It's a drop in the ocean. If someone nuked them, that would probably take out like 80% of all Jews.
Wondering what I have at Nando's, not that anyone cares. I have the wrap. I think a lot of people think that's weird, but I have the grilled chicken wrap with halloumi and avocado.
I'm still glad Kate did reveal like what kind of chicken she got, like how she eats it. Like it's not good enough. She goes to Nando's, so I'm like, I know she eats chicken. I'm glad she gives me the medium of how she eats it, because I would think she was like a chicken drumstick girl. But I know they don't even do chicken drumsticks in Nando's. But I know Kate's got a lot of like clout, so she could probably get it. She's like, I want chicken drumsticks, please. She eat the chicken drumsticks. But no, she eats it wrap. What flavor? What heat does she get? She's a pussy. She's not gonna get like heat. She'll get like, can I have lemon and hair, please? No spice, please. No spice, please. Make my tongue hurt. Anyway, I'm gonna go vote to abort kids.
No problem.
With medium sauce and
Medium sauce. I don't know what that is. It's medium heat.
and garlic bread, and it is.
And God, it's so boring. It's so boring. That's what I mean. All these women are so boring. I'm telling you, they're not designed to like to be funny and smart. This is like all the job of the white man to woo women, because it's not women's jobs. It's not their job to do it. Oh shit! I almost forgot this. It's not their job. Their job is just to be wooed. That's why their brain isn't as smart, because they need to do it. Okay. She's so boring. Garlic bread. She probably thinks she's so original that she likes garlic bread. Never met a woman that likes garlic bread. Here. Never met a woman that likes garlic bread. Don't tell me you love like gin as well. Oh, you crap! You giant crap!
Ashley, damn it!
You okay?
I'm fine.
Why is there only 3 bullets? That's not gonna be enough to kill this guy. Oh, definitely not now.
Jerk!
Billy Big Bass. Why? I can't believe this.
Shit, my body.
I have it every
Look, black. Look, Kay loves black content. All her content's black. She's just a mudrogue. This is just literally what she is. She's just a classic. Like, she's exactly what, like, all, like, Jewish people want. All women like Kay just come out and just, like, become, like, obsessed with black culture. And it's just what she's done. She, like, sees them as these, like, unknown, they haven't been given a chance in life sort of people. It's just not true. It's just, like, fucking violent people, dude. That's probably why you like them, because women like masculinity, and they've just been like goil ordered into thinking like being a violent is the same as being like a smart masculine person, which isn't. It's just animals. It's like when like when you watched Rick and Morty, and you had like that fucking episode where like Rick is like fucks like that interplanet species thing. There's like a part now where like halfway in the episode, this other host system, like comes onto our planet, Serenity's or whatever her name is, and like I suppose he's trying to woo her, and she's just, and that's like an allegory. Like Rick's like the black guy, he's like into doing drugs and stuff. But everyone knows that she should have gone with the other person. But that's the joke. It's got like infinite health or something.
You hurt?
I'm good, thanks.
See how sick I'm getting with this guy.
Asher, damn it!
I can't believe it. I fucked it. I fucked it. You idiot.
Drop the girl.
Put me down!
That Did I do it? Is it over? I mean, by no means was that easy. They look black.
Garlic bread, and it is. I have it every time without fail.
I mean, isn't Katie sound like she's so original? Like, it's so funny. Like, she's garlic bread, has a rap, and has a medium. She's so original. I just say she's so fucking original. So fucking original.
You're welcome.
Oh, I love porn. Yeah, that's a good point. Where's all the shit from all the people I killed? There's gotta be more than this. Definitely gonna go save it.
Give me some space.
No problem.
After I ate the Nando's, I went down to the hotel to get ready, and I knew, because the first time I went to a concert, I was absolutely sweaty because I wore cargos and a long t-shirt, like this baggy t-shirt. I wore my named collective shorts, which, to be honest, are really short. Like, the shorts themselves are really short, so to begin with, I felt kind of stupid. But then, like, I felt so relieved I decided to wear short shorts because it got so hot. Like, when I first got there, it was 10 to 5 and the thing said it started at 6. So I was like, okay, let's just go now. And, like, it was predominantly...
Isn't it great that Katie gets to pay loads of money to a black man say raps? Isn't that really good? Isn't this what you want? You want to pay for a black man? Pay for a black man. Magnum ammo. This isn't good. This doesn't fare well. What is
Took care of her request, did ya? I can tell by the look on your face.
Where the fuck did you come from?
A job well done deserves interest you in? You'll get some bang for your buck, I guarantee it. Easy work. That's good work, if I do say so myself. Pleasure doing business with you. Gotta come.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Back and welcome. Thank you. Oh, my back is killing me. Years haven't been kind to us, I suppose.
I really should just buy that.
All your life. Easy choice, mate. Your valuables won't do you much good in the grave. Molding a weapon to suit your specific needs. Oh, it's a thing of beauty, isn't it? Anything else I can help you with? Pleasant travels.
Fine.
Guys, I was looking around and I was thinking, God, it's mainly dudes. It was probably like one girl for every 50 guys. And to begin with, I felt kind of ridiculous in these like really short shorts, and like at the top I wore, my whole outfit was from Name Collective. It was like a mesh top with a bra on underneath, and then short shorts, because I know that gigs get so hot, and I was like, I don't care if I look ridiculous, like I want to be cool. And it was the best decision because I got warm, don't get me wrong, but I was living the dream. I was not like, I wasn't overheating at all really. Towards the end a little bit, but I would have been so much worse in like really baggy clothes. I got there, the queue was already kind of long. Like I saw it and I was like, wow, it's already this long. But by the time I'd been there for like 10 minutes, the queue got absolutely massive. I think Aviva Studios holds like, I think it's like, I can't remember how many, like between 6,000 and 5,000, something like that. So you can imagine how many people were queuing up. And the queue got long so quick. It got to like 20 past 6, maybe half past 6, and they did an announcement because we were like, bro, it's meant to start at 6, why are we still outside? Bear in mind, at this point I've already been queuing for like an hour and a half, and they did an announcement to be like, oh, there's a mistake, it says on Ticketmaster that it starts at 6, but it doesn't, it starts at 7. So everyone was literally like groaning, like, for God's sake, we've literally already been stood here for like an hour and a half, and now we've got to wait like another 45 minutes basically. Luckily, like 20 minutes later, they started like scanning people and letting us in and like checking our bags. But my fucking boyfriend.
And also, why does like Katie also like, wear so much makeup? It's just such a. She's like, I like men when they're like truly honest with me. And meanwhile, she just wears this makeup. She doesn't even look like who she is. That's why people say you should make makeup illegal. See how women do that.
Rucksack with him, and they were like, yeah, you can't bring that in, even though they checked it, they like for safety reasons. So he was gonna have to take it to this hotel that was like a 10-minute walk away, which would have been a 20-minute round trip. I was like, no, come on, like we're so close to the front, we'll get a good spot if we just go in now. So I said, just go and like hide it somewhere, hide the bag. And I said, like, if it gets nicked, it gets nicked, but who cares, like just hide it somewhere.
He's 100% black.
So we did, and he came back, and then we went into the venue, and it was like so dead. Like we got like so close. We weren't like right at the front, but we were like really like 3 rows back. Like we were so close. But then we had to literally wait another like fucking hour for anything to start because it was just music playing.
Can you imagine if you managed to touch that black man? Can you imagine touching a black man?
And then like the DJ came out, and then we had Mick Jenkins who opened up, who's like another rapper who has worked with Jid before. He was good.
I wouldn't even care. Who are these people? Who gives a fuck? Who cares?
Liked him. I feel like at this point, though, people were a bit bored. I think they were a bit just like, come on, like, we've been waiting for so long just to get in. And then it was like another hour, and then Mick Jenkins played until like 8:30. So by this point, we've been standing, waiting with an opener for like 3 hours. And I was like, we just want Jid. Like, Mick was brilliant, like, don't get me wrong, but I think he was too calm. Like,
See, she's she's not allowed to say anything negative because that would should be racist.
His music was too chill, and I think considering we had all been waiting for so long, it was just a bit like we just wanted the show to start. But he was good, nevertheless. Like, I feel bad. I'm not dissing him. He was a great performer. Although he didn't play any of his songs that he had with Jid, which was a bit disappointing because, like, they literally have a song together.
Probably black. Probably black. Probably black.
Which I wish they did, but oh well. And then finally, the GOAT himself comes on, but this is the part that I was saying.
No, he's black.
I'm going to be complaining. There were these group of like 6 or 7 lads. I keep saying 6 or 7. I already know people are
Black.
comment, like, actually, please leave me alone.
Black.
There were these like group of lads next to us who were
Black.
probably about 18. Like, some of them looked so young.
Black.
And they were just heckling.
Black.
They were shouting and like being rude. They were hammered already.
Yeah.
Started before.
Probably a couple of whiteys.
No, had even
Or a couple of white lads who are just funny, like telling these boo what they think of their jive music.
They were like swaying around, like shouting, like singing and stuff, which I don't really mind. Like, it's a concert, like, you can be loud. They were just kind of attention seeking, and everyone around was just kind of side eyeing them. I'm going to be doing my eyebrows today, which I never usually do, but I like to bring my fringe out of the way. I say do my eyebrows, forehead reveal. I just mean pushing.
She's so insecure of her giant forehead. I don't know why. I think like it just shows how smart you are. Okay? I definitely think you're like. I mean, ironically, you are. I mean, for women, you are like the smartest of the women, but by men, nah. All the other men are probably smarter. Even some black men are probably a lot smarter than you. Okay? But as for women, you're doing very good. You're the best. It's just, I'm sorry, you got like a third of your brain smaller, so there are some black people who are smarter than you, right? Not all of them, but there are quite some. The ones that you're sleeping with.
Well, it's surprising what that does for me, because
That's what I think of your story.
Short hairs, like, it just makes them look bigger. They were just like heckling and being loud, and then when Mick Jenkins.
She's using the eyelash for her eyebrows. I don't think that's right. What do I know? I never use any of it. The fact she buys any of this is just absolutely fucked. This is again why Jewish people don't want me to have money because I wouldn't spend it on this. I'd buy like Gundams. They're Japanese. They don't. Jewish people don't want
came on.
that. The model kit's Japanese.
Just screaming things at him, and it was like it just wasn't that. It wasn't that environment. Like people that don't listen to rap, I think, for example, like my sister, she hates rap. She's not a rap fan at all.
I think I like her sister. I think her sister's probably like just a really prim, proper, nice woman. She's probably because she's younger than Katie. She's like seen like the mistake. It's like me with my brothers. I saw the mistakes my brothers had from uni. It's like I'm not going to uni. So he went to the merchant navy, which is different because I got my higher education paid for me, and I made money when I was doing it. They all fucked off. They all just like sat around, just got masturbated for like 3 years, and like
She
I don't
doesn't
know,
listen to
uni.
like anything like my music taste. She just can't. She just does not like. Right. I feel like people who don't listen to rap, they think it's like they think that maybe that would be like an appropriate like attitude, like just being kind of loud. I don't know, maybe because
It is. Okay, all rap music is just fucking degenerate shit. Even the stuff where you think it's like deep, it's not. It's just like who cares? Just hearing like all the stuff is always just some bullshit. And why are you even paying loads of money for it? Who cares? Why is it that someone just makes some fucking rap and just makes a stupid song and they get paid billions or millions for it? It's stupid, Katie. We're done with it. People don't care anymore. People like used to like it when you again you'd have like Boston and it'd be like a bunch of white dudes, but like they fucking put loads of effort into like their songs, and maybe there'd be a few of these people would be really big, and you'd be like they deserve that. But when it's just any other like black guy who's gonna just be doing any other kind of music, do you know what I mean? It's like imagine if like instead of like just having like Boston or like AC/DC or fucking like I don't know U2 or something like that. Like people who like, might not just the talented people. Um, just fucking have the same black guy just gonna sing like variation of the same kind of like music, and they don't invent their own beats. The thing about what he's learning with like black people is they're really stupid, so they can't invent anything. I can invent stuff. I invent stuff all the time. I make all these fucking stupid stories up in my head. I can do it. But there's loads of people who can't invent things. Their just brain is not able to do it. I can't fathom what that's like. I don't know what that's like. You're a creator or not. A lot of people are not creators. They can't do it. They just have to steal stuff. So every time you watch like Ray K, he's always got like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's not his IP. He's got a picture of Sid from Toy Story. That's not his IP. And he like combines them together and makes them black, and that's all they can do. They can just take existing things and crop them, make them shit. That's what they're doing. It's what Jewish people are doing. Every time now you watch anything on the BBC, which is about history, it's always some black guy in like some like medieval times, and that would never have happened. All right, I guess that'll be the end.